Welcome, I'm Tanya from Simple First Aid, and today's topic we're going to talk about regulations and where first aid fits into regulations. So here in the UK we have lots of rules and regulations on how we do business, how we sell products or services, how we consume them as customers, and also how we employ staff, and regulations for everything through to housing, through to food, to how we get rid of waste. So we have lots of rules and regulations, but I'm today specifically speaking about where first aid fits in. So if you work with children, you might have heard of Ofsted. So Ofsted is a regulatory body that checks each business or education provider who works with children or directly involved with children to make sure that the children are safe and what they are being taught is up to standard. So that could include schools, nurseries, childcare settings, even sports groups. And then you have the HSE, so Health and Safety Executive. So Health and Safety Executive is again another governing body to protect businesses, but also to protect staffs, employees and visitors. So what we're looking for with the HSE, so they have lots of different rules depending on your business and what you're looking to achieve. So, and then first aid fits within that. And risk assessments and substances on how we control them and look after them. So the HSE, and then when you've got first aid. And then under the HSE, we also have something called RIDDOR, RIDDOR. And that stands for Reporting of Injuries, Dangerous Diseases, Occurrences, Regulations. So you might have seen it on your accident report forms at the bottom. Is this a RIDDOR? Yes or no? And we'll go into a bit more detail in that in a second. Also your accident report forms that you might have filled out before. So if you have a workplace and you are the designated first aider, or even if you're maybe the office manager or director, you might have come across these forms. So what those forms are is what a first aider or the person who dealt with the incident will fill out. So we'll have the person's name, their address, their contact details, the date, the time, where the accident happened, where on the body it happened, who was there to witness it, what treatment you gave, did they go to hospital, and also a signature from them and from yourselves. So a really important document to keep that the HSE and maybe Ofsted will look at to find out what has happened if a serious accident has occurred, or even a minor accident that we do need to keep records in case anything happens in the future and that we need to refer back to these. Also, we have a RIDDOR. So if it's a RIDDOR accident, now this is our most serious. So there's a list of things. So if you go onto the HSE website, you can find out in more detail on what these are. But I'm going to list a few for you today. So we have what we call a gas incident. So if there was a leakage of gas, that could be highly dangerous. If there was a fire, if there was a death on the premises, so in your office or on your site or into your building. Also we'll have if an accident happens to a member of staff and they were off work for more than 7 days, if they had a near miss, So if something fell down and nearly hit them, so we'd need to do a risk assessment to find out why this happened. Also, there would be an accident caused to a visitor. So if I was visiting your premises and something happened to me, then and I had an accident and I needed to go to hospital, then that would need to be investigated. So what happens is that then you need to do all your paperwork, and then the HSC or Ofsted or any other regulatory body that your industry is involved in will come in and do an investigation. They may close your office or site or school down at that time to do their investigation, and once they're completely satisfied, then they'll reopen and you'll be able to continue business. And within that, first aid also fits under that barrier. So we fill out the accident report form, so that's the first aid side, and then we may need to, depending on how serious it is, we may need to tick RIDDOR, and that's where it will be related to the HSC, the Health and Safety Executive. So hopefully that was helpful. A short one today, but just giving you more information about where first aid sits within all the rules and regulations that we have here in the UK. If you do have any more questions, please don't hesitate to leave me a message or contact us directly on bookings@simplefirstaid.co.uk, or you can leave a message on our page at Simple First Aid, or put a private message into the chat box as well, and we can reply from there. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you're interested in any first aid courses or learning more about first aid, we offer baby, child and adult first aid courses for dentists, nurseries, sports groups, charities and parental groups. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.